Very good morning to everyone. My name is Sai Bhaskar, MSc Nursing, subspecialty CTVS Nursing. This is my first class in YouTube. This class is mainly for GNM nursing students and BSc nursing students as well as MSc nursing students. Uh, the first class is today. Our first class is starts with fundamentals of nursing. In fundamentals, our topic is starting with syringes and different types of injection sites. What are the different type? What are the different methods of injection? What are the different techniques while doing injections? Okay, the first first we are going to discuss about the different parts of injections. Different injection here. For example, this is injection. This is 5 cc syringe. Assume that this is a 5 cc syringe. Okay, this is the tip of the syringe. This is the barrel of the syringe. This is the measurements where the rubber cork will start. From there, we will measure the injection size. This is the rubber cork. This is the tip, which we use it for draw the blood or fluid or the whatever it is. That is called plunger. This is used for drawing. Okay, these are the parts of syringes. Actually, different types of syringes are there. What are the different types of syringes? Like pre-filled syringes, single-use syringes. Nowadays, every syringe is single-use syringe only. Pre-filled syringes and pre-filled syringes. What are the how like tuberculin syringes and pre-filled syringes are like low molecular weight heparin injection syringes and some steroid injections are coming with pre-filled syringes. These are different types of pre-filled syringes. And one more, these are things about very basic topic. This is regarding syringes. And next, different types of injection. What are the different types? Intramuscular, intravenous. This is intramuscular. This is intravenous. Next, subcutaneous, intradermal, intraosseous. These are the types of injections: intramuscular, intravenous, subcutaneous, intradermal, and intraosseous. Intramuscular. Now start with it. What are intramuscular? What is the site of intramuscular? How much amount of drug to be delivered in intramuscular site? What are the sites in used for intramuscular site? So that we will discuss now. In intramuscular, the main sites are first site is deltoid muscle. Deltoid muscle. In deltoid muscle, where it is located from the acromion process. This is acromion process. From acromion process to three fingers. At the middle of the acromion process, down immediately from the acromion process to three fingers as a as a measurement. We are taking this. In the middle of the in the middle of the muscle, we will give injection. This is it should not be more than 3 ml. So we have to remember the minimum amount of drug will be injected into deltoid muscle is 3 ml, not more than that. As well as gluteus muscle. Next to gluteus muscle, where it is in buttock. In buttock, how it will be? Assume that this is a gluteus muscle. Okay. Actually, we will divide into 4 quadrants. This is the 4 quadrants. In 4 quadrants, there is a ventrogluteal and dorsogluteal. In dorsogluteal, we will not give any injection. Only ventrogluteal, because in ventrogluteal site only we will give injection. How we will find out the ventrogluteal site? How we will find the dorsogluteal site? Ventrogluteal site is outer aspect. Outer aspect means we will place our fingers. We will place our fingers in this position. Suppose this is the buttock. We will keep, this is the buttock. We will keep our hands like this in greater iliac crest. In iliac crest, we are keeping between those two hands, which is placed towards the patient face. In between, this is called ventrogluteal site, because here the fat deposition is in correct place, less blood vessels. That is the reason. In dorsogluteal site, there is a less amount of fat. There is a major blood vessels are placed here. That's why we cannot give injection in the site. Okay, that is gluteus muscle. Next, in children less than 7 months old, the children we can give injection in vastus lateralis. For example, vastus lateralis, that is thigh muscle. In thigh muscle, vertically, horizontally, we are making the thigh muscle into 9 squares. Okay, the upper outer square we will take. So, for example, this is the ventrogluteal side. This is vastus lateralis side. Sorry, in vastus lateralis side, this is the vastus lateralis muscle. In this muscle, vertically, horizontally, we will make into squares, different squares like this. In the outer middle here, this side is useful for below 7 months old childs. Okay, that is vastus lateralis. This is for IM injection. The angle of IM injection is 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Whereas patient is fit and healthy at the time, we are using 90 degrees. Whereas a very thin patient came to your hospital or clinics, what we will do? We will decrease the angle slightly, 60 or 60 or 70. That angle we will use, because a thin patient we cannot give directly, because it causes abscess to the patient. That's the problem with the IM injection. That is this is the different sides: deltoid muscle, gluteus muscle, vastus lateralis. Deltoid muscle, it is immediately down to the acromion process. It is looking like delta. Okay, this is you think this is acromion process. Immediately down the acromion process, there is a deltoid muscle. Here, in the deltoid muscle, this is the site. The site will choose mid axillary line. We will choose that as a mid axillary line. Okay, this is the site. Next, gluteus muscle. Gluteus muscle is dorsogluteal we will not give, only ventrogluteal will give. Next, vastus lateralis, below 7 months old child, they cannot walk. That's why we are choosing this vastus lateralis muscle. Outer middle square we will give different squares, horizontally, vertically we will make into different squares, 9 squares. In the middle and outer square we will choose for injection for babies. This is about intramuscular injection. Next, move on to intravenous injection. IV. IV is intravenous injection. Intravenous injection. Most of the fluids, most of the drugs we are giving through intravenous. It is 15 to 25. Okay, the angle is intravenous. The angle of intravenous is 25 degrees. Okay, and the angle of intravenous is 15 to 25 degrees. Okay. Yeah, first of all, when we are selecting a IV site, first we will decontaminate the site with the spirit. Okay, with the spirit swab. If the part is more hairy, you will remove the hair with a blade or any razor. Okay, then after decontamination, with a single stroke decontamination, after that we will use 15 to 25 degrees angle. We will gently insert the, explain the, first of all explain the procedure to the patient. So we are doing the, we are giving, we are putting some intravenous line for you. So please cooperate. After telling that, with this angle 15 to 25 degrees angle, you will gently insert the IV cannula. After that, you will start a fluid or medication, whatever it is. This is IV. Next move on to subcutaneous. Subcutaneous injection is actually the subcutaneous injection is, the angle is 45 degrees. We are using angle 45 degrees. Most of the subcutaneous injections are insulin, and we are administering insulin in 45 degrees angle through subcutaneous route, and giving in emergency situation we are giving epinephrine through subcutaneous route. In low molecular weight heparin through subcutaneous route. These are the different injections and subcutaneous. What are the sites of subcutaneous route giving injection? Those sites having more adipose tissue like abdomen, thighs, buttocks, abdomen, buttocks, and back of the thighs. These are the sites of subcutaneous injection. Suppose you are using a, for example, you are using regularly, daily continuous using the same site for the same injection. Insulin injection, you are regularly administering the same site, it causes lipodystrophy. Lipodystrophy means there is irregularities will happen. It looks not nice. That's why we are changing the sites. So the fat deposition sites, now I told you, the abdomen, buttocks, thighs, back of the thighs, we are using which is having more adipose tissue. You have to relocate the sites. That's the important point in subcutaneous injection. Next, move on to intradermal. Intradermal angle is 10 to 15 degrees. Ten to 15 degrees angle, intradermal. In intradermal angle, the main purpose of intradermal injection is, mostly we are using in bedside for the patient intradermal, for the patients for giving test doses, antibiotic test doses and anti-snake venom test doses, and any drug before giving, it may be suitable for the patient, it may not be suitable for the patient. That's why we are giving intradermal test doses below 1 ml. Okay, below 1 ml we are using intradermal. Okay, not more than 1 ml. More than 1 ml is contraindicated because they have problem of absorption. More than 1 ml it won't be absorbed properly. That is the reason. Intradermal, there is a bleb will cause. Suppose this is the skin surface, once you are giving intradermally, and the bleb will happen. And after coming this bleb, we have to round out the bleb. The circle, after marking out of the circle, we have to check the site before 15 minutes. If there is any hypersensitivity reaction, if there is any and the blood is expanding, anything like that, we have to check. This is intradermal injection. Next, intraosseous injection. Intraosseous, nurses are not nowadays. Most probably nurses are not practicing intraosseous injection because doctors are practicing intraosseous. Most of the intraosseous sites are synovial joints. Synovial joints. in the steroids injections are giving through directly to the synovial joint is intraosseous. Most probably, this is the example I am telling. This is synovial joints are used for intraosseous injection. Okay. Now in this class we discussed about intramuscular, intravenous, subcutaneous, intradermal, and intraosseous. Intramuscular 90 degrees, subcutaneous 45 degrees, intravenous uh, 15 to 25 degrees, intradermal 10 to 15 degrees, intraosseous, intraosseous. This is also uh, this is used for most of the steroid injections administering to synovial joints, most probably used by physician, not by nurse. These are the types of injections and sites of injections and different. And one more thing I forgot to tell you, in intramuscular side, we are administering the drug not more than 3 ml. If it is not more than 3 ml, it causes malabsorption and leads to abscess formation. These are the very fundamental topic which I told you now. So, if anything, if anything you want to add, if anything, if you feel anything is wrong, anything is corrected, please please comment in below comment section. Thanks for watching my video. Please keep on watching. I will coming within few days. I will coming with next video with a good information. Thank you. Thanks for watching.